form in children and so yeah, reported four children. This pediatric population of children. Because decision elevated increases with age. If a children is with the chances is very high that the children will be or she will become she or he will relate the same height. So increases with age. The risk of in children epidemiological studies. So my ignorance in the discipline, as I was listening to your paper, as I detection of hypertension and of objectives of obesity measures, screening potential of these obesity measures can be defined as stool-based cross-sectional study age range 16 years. it shows the ability of and the interesting thing is that they were
Thank you very much for excellent presentation. We invite, we may not take any question answers, but can you please feel this last bit?
still better. That. So that's the reason our lifestyle pattern, the food habit that we have. Well, the answer to that is also yes, but how? So this person the potential to alter the genetic expression of any of the of any population. So, the title of this presentation is Do Behavior Pattern Affects Genetic Expression? So, starting with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and leading to a number of clinical conditions. So, there are a number of stages fatty liver disease. If this is a healthy liver, fat diet, okay. So, due to lipogenesis, that is formation of fat, to the next stage, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, a condition which set in inflammation, in then now inflammation, if that condition persists, it leads to a more serious scenario, stage 3, liver fibrosis. The liver structure, specifically the outer structure of the liver, the outer is extracellular matrix degradation, and scar tissue deposition also takes place at the outer surface of the liver, while fat accumulation still goes. Ultimately, this leads to the fourth and the most serious stage of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. You can see the condition over here. It is very poor. The liver have been covered with very high amount of scar tissue deposition. The outer surface has already started degrading, and it has been impacted at a greater level. And this thing ultimately leads to the hepatitis or liver cancer. Now, this is a very short description of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So, there is the prevalence, and here is the male versus female prevalence of NFL, which is higher among the male worldwide. Now, so এক মিনিট একটু ডিস্টার্ব হচ্ছে সম্ভবত. Anyways, now we know that environment have an impact on our genetic. Still, however, the environment means the food we eat, that is the carbohydrate, protein, and fat in simpler terms. So, considering the changing lifestyle pattern that has been addressed in the title, due to is have resulted in shift in our traditional food PPT disturbance. So, okay. Have resulted in shift in our traditional food diet, and we have shifted towards that like fast food consumption, then cold drink and high calorie. quite high. It's almost 2,500 kilocalories as a result of which obesity sets in. So, clinical studies have shown that abdominal obesity have been associated such as dyslipidemia, hypertension, and insulin resistance. Now, these four factors are considered as major clinical risk factor for metabolic, such as type 2 diabetes mellitus, then we have NFMD, cardiovascular disease. So, if we go on to see the prevalence of obesity, not that risky as per the data, which is also quite validated. It is from 2008. Now, if higher among the women. Now, other clinical risk factor that I have mentioned earlier, such as hypertension, is also increasing, have been addressed. Which is a greater threat for from the public health point of view. Now, obesity and hepatic gene expression. So we have seen that changing lifestyle pattern is the setting of obesity among the population. So the obesity is increasing among the population. But how this obesity alters the genetic expression? Here we can see this particular impact. Here we go. So this particular image shows the progression of one, the insulin secretion sector and the pancreas and the as a result of which upregulation of certain genes in the adipocyte and down regulation of adiponectin, which is very important to regulate insulin other function for fat metabolism in liver takes place. So if that adiponectin amount goes down, so it sets in a number of clinical HCC. So this is another picture where a study on the obese as well as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease patients among the admitted in MCH, Massachusetts, found that through the disease progression, you can see over here, collagen and pro-fibrotic or scar deposition gene upregulation have been taken place. While this liver protein A gene regulation have been the down function and disruption in fat metabolism leading to the conditions like NASH and later conditions like fibrosis and hepatocellular carcinoma. Now, role of biological anthropologists in this particular sector. So we can focus upon to understand the status of different metabolic risk factors such as hypertension and hypertension and abdominal obesity. Then we can also go to take upon the genetic polymorphism related to biological conditions, and then ultimately we can under our control, such as genetic polymorphism. But what we hand is the diet and lifestyle pattern. Adding a proper diet, having a very small amount of exercise each and every day, almost 20 minutes of brisk work, Responsible citizens, apart from being researchers and budding anthropologists, it's our duty to take care of ourselves just to help those sectors. So when we take care of ourselves, we all not only ensure our health, our good health, we also ensure a space to those patients who really need it. Responsible. Thank you.
luxury of time, we can create some questions that it will be finished. Otherwise, when the time is in a short of time, then it will not be.
Yes. I think because in post-genomic era, we are able to
Getting my knowledge. So I have
the ethnic. There are some data about the ethnic population. For example, I have population are affected by diabetes based on certain meta-analysis. Hypertension condition among the Indian population is more than 16.1%. So these two are the major clinical risk factor for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So this can set in the occurrence of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So I just tried through this study to understand the risk associated risk. Uh, Ethnic population. Also, I have considered the facts for the entire population of India. That I have found related to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease.
the appraisal of the situation.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you could have modified like no need to always give a catchy. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Your still you have data of
Thanks. Yes. My research topic is occupational impact on obesity and few decades. Lifestyle has changed significantly in India. Most of these studies found that obesity and hypertension are inversely related to physical activity level. Occupational physical activity among two communities of North Chব্বিশ Bhumij and Bengali Hindu men in North Chব্বিশ